Something that has to do with a woman, and it has to be something that has to do with kids.
Yeah.
It has to be something to do with somebody other than yourself. You know what I mean?
So you're not married, are you?
No, I'm not married at all. Yeah, I'm not married at all. Like, I have girlfriends. You know what I mean? And eventually I plan to get married, but the problem is that there's something in the water in the United States that prevents a woman to act in the benefit of a man. And I don't know about you, but me as a man, I need time to think. Like, I become most productive when I could think.
Yeah.
And when I could think, I could conceptualize a lot of my ideas. Like, I can find solutions to the problems that I face the next day. But when you come into a house and you have to listen to someone's bitching, you have to pander to someone's emotion, you have to, it's okay for you to talk and I listen, but there's only so much time you can do this stuff, you know what I mean? Like after a while, I have to punch out. And then I have to get to other things. And a lot of people find out that once that is true. Hello? Hello?
Patrick Queen loved the matchup when he saw it one-on-one. Joe Burrow loved the matchup.
Yes.
Gesicki open is like a wide receiver. Watch Orlando bring out here in pass protection.
Okay.
No one get near Joe Burrow. But Burrow sees the one-on-one with Gesicki against Queen. Loves the matchup, as does Gesicki.
What year is the Toyota? What? Okay, what's the problem? Yes, I told him to swap into the 2017 because I don't even know why he needs to swap. He says that he needs to buy insurance and stuff like that. I don't understand. I thought Chu provided insurance. You know? Yes, the vehicle's fine. I just came back from a trip yesterday and I just sent him documentation. Everything is fine.
It's going to be harmlessly out of the back of the end zone. Now turns to the first and goal with the one.
Yes, because what I told him is that he doesn't want that vehicle. He could just cancel and just, book to 2017. That's all I told him. That's all I told him. Okay? Sounds good.
Something they've done over the years is starting to bring back more this season. It's Hubbard now, fullback.
On YouTube?
I would like to live stream because I don't know what we might talk about that I might need to say, or what I'm going to say that is going to be a good idea that I can use towards something meaningful. You know what I mean? Yeah. And not only that, we're getting older, we're not going to be on this planet forever. Sometimes it's just, I think Judge Jefferson, if he could, go back and think and if you ask the founding fathers of the United States what they wanted the most, they would have wished they had a camera in the room. As minute like it's nothing to us now, they would kill.
Have you seen Hamilton?
Yeah, I've seen Hamilton.
Do you know what the part where they say no one knew what was going on in the room?
Exactly, yeah. So that's what that alludes to, you know what I mean? So a lot of people really don't know, and a lot of people take a lot for granted these days. And every day I wake up and ask myself, how can I not take what's going on in my life for granted right now? Because anything is possible tomorrow, you know what I mean? So, I just keep asking myself, how can I make the most of right now? So that tomorrow, when I look back, I said I made the best decision. So these are some of the things that I think about. And I find out that a lot of young men are not thinking about that. They're not thinking in the moment, and they're not planning for the future. They think for the future, and they plan for the moment. You know what I mean? So... These are Cincinnati Bengals. Are they any good?
They were the first year. But we'll see if they can keep Burrow healthy.
Okay, so there's a star player that
his quarterback, Young, he's from Ohio.
And on the step up, allows his receiver to get a second, third reaction move downfield and find themselves open.
I've got pictures of laying on the 50-yard line in the middle.
Jackson, and no one picks him up as he crosses into the middle.
You have a picture of yourself?
Yeah.
Oh, really? That's nice. I never fancied sports, man. I was just a guy that I believe in activity. I like to participate. I don't like to watch.
Yeah.
You know, just like everything in my life, you know.
I've never been to a Bengals game.
It's
too expensive.
There's probably bad.
It's expensive.
And there's a lot
I got a buddy that's probably there right now.
There's a lot of rich people in like Cincinnati. It's a lot of like.
But he buys and sells classic cars.
Oh yeah.
He's got.
You know I fix up cars, right? That's what I do. Oh, nice. Wow.
He just picked up.
There's this family called the 3F family. I think they live in Cincinnati too. They're like a billionaire family. How about the family?
He's originally from Pittsburgh.
3F?
The fragrance destination.
Where at?
3F, you know the 3F collection? They're like a YouTube channel. It's like a billionaire and his son. They have all kinds of exotic cars. They have like about close to $100 million in like exotic cars. They have like all the Bugattis. They have the Rimac, Rivera. They have everything.
They got the expensive.
Everything that's coming out, they have it. They have
And
the
they're in Cincinnati?
Yeah, they have the SP2. They have the SP1. They have all kinds of stuff. They have the Bugatti Chiron. They have all of it.
Yeah, you gotta be wealthy.
When I was younger, my calling was to play football. But as I grew older, I realized life isn't about how many people you can
You should see where they keep their cars. It's like,
I'll say, where's it at in Cincinnati?
what's that?
He keeps his cars in Cincinnati?
Oh, he has a
Just keeps them all.
He has a castle. And then there's a portion of the castle just dedicated to a house. It's like a building dedicated to storing the cars. Like if you get in there, it's like a man cave. It's a mansion that is a man cave that stores cars.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, you should look them up. They're on YouTube. 3F Collection. You know? Yeah.
Look.
So yeah, you know, like me not wanting to get married is intentional. It's, yeah, I don't care, man. You know? I have a girlfriend. I always told her that I was polygamous, you know, because of who my grandfather is and my lineage. And I come from descendants of polygamists. My dad couldn't afford to be a polygamist because of cost. And he stayed monogamous, but deep down I think he regrets it. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, I believe that the investment that my dad made with my mom, he never got the investment back. That leads to one conclusion, right? And most women are bad investments. And I'm not the only one that ever said this. Like the CEO of JP Morgan Chase, what's his name? Gimon, whatever.
I've been in one of their buildings.
You know what I'm talking about?
Defunct. In Detroit.
What's his name again? Oh man, he's a very popular guy. And they asked him why he's not married, and he gave the whole breakdown of why he's better off renting than owning. Jimmy Diamond, yeah. He was Jimmy Diamond, they call him. Yeah. So he's a single guy. I think he's in the world, and I think the girl stopped him once and was talking about how she's worth this and she's worth that, and then he started breaking it down to her how she's a bad investment. Because first of all, like he's gotta get ready for a date, it's gonna cost him something. He's gotta send the car, it's gonna cost him something. Then take care of his things, then listen to her. Meanwhile, all this time, if you calculate his worth as a human being and how much he gets compensated to perform a year, he's losing significant amount of money just going on a date with that woman.
Now they always say nowadays, it's not an investment for men to get married.
I think it's a net loss.
Yeah.
It's a net loss. I've never had a girlfriend that brought more than she took. I've never had such a person.
I've been blessed with a good wife.
I'm happy for, listen,
Yeah,
I have nothing against people that have a good woman. We all want good women. We wish that for other people. We wish that for ourselves. But the truth is that there's too many people on this planet, and the bad ones are in significantly high proportion. The possibility of you running into a good one is very low. And you see, I believe that women live on a spectrum, right? According to this guy called CGA, you know, there's a guy who pictures like the Philippine lifestyle. The men should just be free and acquire financial leverage before going into any kind of relationship with a woman. Like that, you believe that the problem today is that most men are trying to be loved by women. Women want to be right, men want to be loved. That's the problem we have in society today. It's just like, you know, like, why is he right about that? Is that a lot of men, when you get into an argument with a woman, she's not arguing to see your perspective or see your point. She wants to be right. The man just wants to be loved and just left alone. Because there's just a few things that men seek. They just peace, freedom, and quiet. That's all they want. You know? The peace is what everybody should want. Freedom, no man wants to be tied down to anyway. If not, you're a slave. And the quiet is just needed for productivity. You cannot be productive when it's rowdy and noisy and there's so much turmoil and disturbance, you know? I've never seen anybody building a house in a hurricane, you know? You know what I mean? So, yeah, so that's the whole idea. So,
and I really think that Russell Wilson is playing the most in-control first half.
They still chose to keep Russell Wilson? I heard he's been playing poorly lately. He's been horrible. And people are blaming that wife of his, you know, the attention-seeking wife of his. You know? He went like, he should have just went and got a white girl. I don't know, like that's what everybody does. You go get a white girl, she gives you peace, she understands the game, she's groomed for this, she was raised to be a wife, or find a black woman that was raised to be a wife. Don't just wife up anybody just because of looks and, you know what I mean, presumed status. Women don't have status compared to men of this caliber. I mean, who would Bill Gates marry that matches his status as a woman? You know, if you really want to do the whole power couple thing that women run around talking about, you know, I don't want to bore you with this stuff. You're in a happy marriage, so you don't have anything to worry about. Trust me, single guys like me, we deal with a lot of bullshit in the sexual marketplace. You know, you have all these like less than. Listen, most women are underwhelming. And they don't meet men that tell them this person. Most women are underwhelming. I would say 60 to 70% of women are underwhelming. Another 40 to 30%, or I want to say 40 to 30 to 20% are at the right proclivity or like they're at the right level. They're just right there at average. Right? And then there's about, I want to say another 5% to 8% that are like a little bit above average. Then there's about 0.1 to 3% that are really like up there, out of this world, like top notch, you know, 10 out of 10, 9 out of 10, 8 out of 10. You see what I'm saying? Like, when I'm saying this, take off your makeup, fresh face out of the shower. A lot of women are not intimidating, they're not as what they think they are. You know what I mean? They're just basic, less than basic, underwhelming creatures. Because look at you, look at me as a man. You didn't put on any makeup coming out here. You just have your balls and your wallet. That's all you got. You know what I mean? You just put on some clothes. At the end of the day, when you strip down to it, all you are is your brain and your body as a man. And they can take away everything you have, put you on any part of the world, and you make something happen. You know what I mean? There are women I know, if you took away their makeup, shit.
No, you're wrong.
They'll call the cops on you, man. You know? Like, outside your social circle, as far as it has to do with work, you will notice that a lot of men don't have this strong need to bond with other men, financially, socially, family-wise, otherwise. They don't have that strong need. Like, you're more likely to get a conversation that leads somewhere out of a random stranger than someone that you meet every day. Like, say, a guy in your building where you work. You know what I mean? Like, they don't have that follow-up.
Right.
You know, most men don't have that follow-up because they have no plan. They don't have a vision for their life. So because of that, they don't see a relationship or even an interaction with another man as useful. They find more use interacting with a woman, which is the worst investment according to the CEO of Chase. You know what I mean? Because I think a lot of women still struggle with it that all men want is sex. You know, and most men lie to themselves every day and, oh baby, I love you, I want you, I need you for the rest of my life. And you know, 2 years into the relationship, most are tired of having sex with the same woman. But men are good people overall. Men are very good people.
Yeah.
They still stick around. He might go out there and get him a little bit of publicity, you know what I'm saying? You know, he might get him some peace leave somewhere. You know, he might dabble and dibble, hit the strip club, do this and that. But at the end of the day, she's home. And she comes back to him. And she doesn't want her doing anything associated with this other world. She wants her to just ignore this world and leave it alone. I'll give you an example. The other day, it was Thanksgiving. I had one of my girlfriends. She calls me and asks, send me pictures and stuff like that. So I posted a picture of a surprise party that I went to. Sent her on YouTube. I sent it to her. And she watches it. She liked the video. And then the next day, I had planned to meet with this pretty young lady, you know what I mean? So I told her, can we see on Saturday? Because I was going to take the whole of Friday to hang out with this other lady. She calls me after this lady's gone. I thought maybe she came to my place and my doorman told her that, he's up there, he's calling somebody, you know what I'm saying? And she's called me crying. And I was like, what's the problem? I thought she started saying things that were similar to what you could have heard if you just put your ear to the door. But then later I found out that she went on my Snapchat and saw something I did 3 months ago. Because she doesn't watch my Snapchat anymore, I think. And I don't think I have her as a friend. But apparently Snapchat unlocked my videos and now everybody can view it. I guess if you post so much videos, after a certain point they share your video with anybody. And God, did she see it, iPhone, and then she calls me crying. I told her, listen, I'm one guy in your life right now that tells you the truth all the time. At least I don't lie to you. I'm honest. You can go out there and play with the angel you don't know, or you can stick with the devil you know. And you know what? And then I told her that these girls are just for fun. It's nothing serious. Look at her. I invest into her life. I take care of her. I make sure she's good. I guide her. I point her in the right direction. If she wants to throw that away, be my guest. But the truth is that I look out for her. And this life here and this life here, two separate things, and she tries to shame me, women, that's all women have, shame, insult, guilt, they need to be right. That's why I keep telling you that women want to be right, men want to be loved. That's just how it is. So, and you could even break that down and say, not just right, women are in business and men are in love, you know what I mean? Because you find out when you get to that divorce court, the person you married is not who you meet at the divorce court. So the thing about it is, so I told her this, and the thing about it is that I don't want to waste anybody's life and time. I want to be honest. Because I believe that the older I get, the more I realize. There was one thing that I heard from this guy. He said the most masculine thing a man could do is be honest. And I promised myself, after I passed a certain financial threshold, that I would never lie to any woman again in my life. You know what I mean? Even if it costs me everything I own, I'm going to tell her the truth. But of course, you can withhold information. Having secret is part of being a human being. You don't never tell a woman everything, because the same information you give to her, she'll use on you at divorce court. She'll use at you at breakup. She'll use at you if just for civil suit. Look at P. Diddy. Look at what he's going through. You should always have a part of your life that is yours. That no matter who comes in, no matter how much they pretend, they never know this side of you. So, I just told her the truth, and she's like, oh, I'm going to come pick up my things, I said, come, go ahead, no problem. And I've been actually pushing her to try. I said, go try other people. Go see what's out there. And I really don't think you're a man till you're able to. I think there's two things that makes a man a strong man and a dangerous man. The ability to turn down sex, like tell a woman no, even when you feel like it, right?
Yep.
And the ability to let her go. You know what I'm saying? Tell her, hey, go out there, go see there's gold and diamonds out there. You know, go see the grass is green,
If you
purple,
like, yep.
you know, full of nitrogen and fresh out there. You know, go see
Cow
the quality.
shit.
Yeah, go see the quality of elephant grass out there. You know what I mean? So that's what I told her that. You know, I was like, you know, tell me, even your father. Ever since you came, have you met anybody that put more into your life than me? Even I'm up there above your father. Like, you know? She's like, no. I'm like, so you want to throw all this away just because I had sex with another woman? I told her, listen, you're not going to control my life. You could control everything in my world except my dick. That I have ownership to. Because I was struggling, you know, peacefully before I met you. And I'm going to keep doing this till the day I die. Like, I mean, I even gave her an example. I'm like, look at the 91-year-old that married Anna Nicole Smith. He was pushing out kids. You know, that's the beautiful part about being a man. This thing is forever. As a man, you can have kids till the day you die. And check it out, right? There's a show on Netflix that even shows that, do you know a man can still have a hard-on even after he's dead?
Yep. Or in a car accident.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you know, I tell a lot of guys, right? For you, some of you guys listening to me, don't get married till you have financial leverage, man. Don't believe her. You know, I'm gonna build with you. I'm gonna do this with you. Women don't build anything; they move in. You know what I mean? That's just the truth. I mean, you could gamble it and you end up in divorce court. You know, I'm not sending you no lawyer fee. So that's been my experience. But other than that, I'll tell you this much: the more the more financial leverage I acquire, the more beautiful the dating marketplace is as a single guy. You know, and it makes it a scary thought to get married. You know what I mean?
Yeah, then it doesn't seem so appealing.
Oh, today? Jesus fucking Christ, man. You don't want to know what's going on here, trust me. So I see some of my guys, you know, getting engaged, getting excited. I'm like, give it some time.
Make sure, yep.
Because one of the ways I live my life is this, right? I think of what I want. I go find someone that has it, that is older, 55, 65, 75. And I see how they enjoyed holding that thing for so long. You see, and every time I went and did my research, the one thing that all of them never loved holding for so long was one woman.
That's true.
Especially if they don't have a good one. If you have a good one, sure. Let's be real. Most women just they tolerate their wives. Let's be real. As much as they love her, it's 70% tolerance, 30% love. You know what I mean? And as much as they want to preach all this rubbish about how women love their kids more and women love more, that's not true. Men love more than everybody. Because think about what would it take for someone to wake up every day, go to work, provide, buy a house, put people in it that are not his relatives, and keep waking up every morning and making it happen. That's dedication. That's more than love. You know, that's why I tell people love is not real. You really want somebody to like you. Love is a Hollywood production. What is love really? It's not tangible. Because you love me, I'm supposed to like sacrifice everything and, you know, give up my access to other women, give up my financial,
right.
You know what I mean? Give up all this stuff just because you said you love me and you could be lying, and I could find out 10 years down the line that it's a big lie. I would rather end up as Madoff. You know what I'm saying? I might take my chances.
That's what they say nowadays.
So that's just the reality of that.
This is a really good cigar.
This is good, yeah. Yeah, this is good. It's very chill. It's not very heavy. It's not like some of it. Your head is dizzy already. You know.
That's a Cohiba.
There's a lot of stuff in there.
I've got a Cohiba back at place.
Well, you have a Cohiba back at your place. Cohiba's strong.
Yeah, it's not one that you just go and smoke.
Your point on Ross last night, he made the point. We're at the point of the season when we find out who we are. We embrace that.
Yeah, the first time I'd had one, I got pretty buzzed.
Cohiba?
Yeah, a buddy of mine flies and flies in
Okay.
and out all over the world.
Mm.
He picks them up and
Oh shit.
brings them back, and he's like, "Yeah, just try this." Man, I tell you what, I was like, "You sure that's what's in here?" I'm not even sure that's the bacteria. And I was like, "Holy crap!"
Oh my goodness, man. Yeah. There was a time in my life I used to collect cigars. I had quite a few, about 30 different types. But it was such an expensive habit, and not only that, it's time intensive. You gotta like make sure the humidity and everything. So it's almost like growing a plant. But at the end of the day, you don't end up with no plant.
Well, if you don't take care of it, yeah, that's an expensive hobby.
It seems like there's this effort to like feminize men. Like with the whole new Jaguar commercial. Like I don't know if you see that. Like they always try on new ads to have men doing all these feminine things, things that are considered feminine in nature, and not just and doing like that is okay, but trying to get them to act like that too is like something else.
I don't, the thing I have a hard time with around here is people just aren't social.
Nah,
It's crazy how nobody talks.
people are standoffish. Like
It's like, and I don't know if women around here are thinking that if they talk to you, hitting on them.
I think the landscape has changed. Women are scared that if they give a man an attention, that means invite. So they're very selective of who they want to give the slightest of attention
I
to.
think you're
But
right.
you know why that is very confusing? Because now when she meets a guy she wants, now if that guy does not reciprocate, she becomes very hostile. You know what I mean? So. And then the whole thing gets lost in translation because he just thinks he's being nice to you because women are always like this towards him. So that's why it's a farce. To go get a guy that every woman is attracted to and tell him to be monogamous. That's ludicrous. You know what I mean? The same thing that attracted you to him is going to attract a million other women to him. You know what I mean? When you were at your prime, you probably wouldn't want this guy. Most 21-year-olds wouldn't want that guy when he was 21, but now he's a 40-year-old, 45, 50-year-old, attractive, multi-billion millionaire, and now you find him very attractive. You know? Because all these women that are even attracted to, like, say, someone like Bill Gates, Elon Musk, they would not touch him while he was in college. You know what I mean? They would not even, like, give him a chance of the day. Oh, the Ice Bucket Challenge. Oh, this was back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, so you went over there. Uh-oh. Marriage is a joke, with a modern woman. It's a good thing if you're traditional. It's a joke if you're modern.